Hi, Heather.
Hi, Dan.
How are you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. I'm trying to dodge the sun. The blind has this funny row of holes, and every time I move the wrong way, I get sun on my face.
If the blind didn't have the funny row of holes, it wouldn't be up there, though, because that's the string that holds it up.
Thank you. Yes. And the other thing, I should not complain about the sun because we need the sun.
We did 4 months without it. We've had our time with no sun.
We have, yes. So what have you been up to?
I am massively sleep deprived because I got back from Tallinn Music Week late last night, and then I still had a podcast to edit.
Oh, dear. All right, how was Tallinn?
Tallinn was great. I don't want to focus on the music so much for this podcast. If people are interested in the music, I have another podcast called 10,000 Hours of Indie, which I've talked about before. I'm doing an 80 bands around the world project, which means I have to see 80 bands from different countries.
How many bands did you tick off the list this time round?
9.
9? Oh, right.
Or it might be 10. I've lost track just a tiny bit because it was a long weekend.
Okay.
On Saturday, I think I did 6 interviews. I was dashing here, there and everywhere, and the place I was staying was a little bit out of the centre, so it was challenging.
Okay.
But yeah, for this, I don't want to focus on the music so much, because yesterday I did a tour of Linnahall.
Linnahall, okay.
Now, Linnahall was built in the late 70s.
Yes.
It was a massive concert venue, which was funded by the Soviet Union at the time. I've been on stages all over Europe, but this was the biggest stage I've seen because it was a Soviet grand, this is what we can do kind of thing.
Praise the leader. Okay, sorry.
I mean, it's so big that it has a helipad and a port, like a docking area outside.
Oh.
But it hasn't been doing proper events since 2009 or 2012, one of those two.
Okay.
It's very grand, it's very, we are the Soviet Union kind of thing. But it was actually designed by an Estonian architect.
Right.
Whose work you can see all over Estonia. I can't remember his name, that's not good for a podcast. But anyway, it was a fascinating trip. The woman who ran it was over-obsessed. The trip started at 2:30 and was meant to be an hour and a half. And at 5:10, I eventually left.
Oh.
She tells you a lot of facts and figures that nobody can remember after 30 seconds while you're outside. Then you have to go in a side entrance because you can't go in the main entrance anymore. It's all boarded up and everything. Paint's peeling off the walls and things are falling down and seats are broken in the auditorium. It's where they filmed Tenet.
Oh, okay.
They converted it to be the opera house that's in Tenet.
Wow.
So obviously a part of the tour is this is where they filmed this bit and this is where they filmed this bit. It's been on my to-watch list since it came out in 2010 or 2016. No, it wasn't 2010. But anyway.
16, 17, something like that.
It's been on my list to watch. But what's interesting is they promised loads of stuff that they'd put this back, they'd do this, they'd do that, and they did none of it. So the film crew basically destroyed chunks of the venue for the film and didn't replace it afterwards.
Oh, no.
And they also repainted it. So there's only certain places you can see the original colours inside. Other bits have been repainted brown because they needed it to look like this particular opera house that it was representing. The woman running the tour raved on and on about how comfortable the seats were, and I sat down and I was like, this is the most uncomfortable seat I have sat in that claims to be comfortable in my life.
With all due respect, she was talking about Soviet era seating, so maybe at the time it was the most comfortable seat.
I don't think it was the comfort of the seat. I think it was the shape design just didn't work for me.
Ah.
It was very upright.
Holding you in your spot.
Yeah, I like a nice slouchy seat where I can relax,
Okay.
But this thing has, 3,700 seats. I mean, it is massive.
Okay, that's a decent size.
Basically, when you go into Tallinn, if you're walking not quite straight towards the old town, but if you take, when you get off the Tallinn ferry, if you take the right-hand fork, there's a big set of steps that goes up.
Yeah, I know what you mean, yes.
That is it. It's all under there. Most of it's underground, but that set of steps leads out for nearly 500 metres.
I've sat on those steps.
Yeah, well, they keep going and going and going right to the sea. Under the first part is the old ice hall, where some massive bands have played.
Right.
And that got closed down even earlier than the rest because they built a metal roof which almost caved in. But the whole structure apparently is sound. The only thing is that when I said, because they've had lots of meetings on what to do with the space since it's been left, it's going damp and mouldy inside and stuff. And she went, it's only going to cost them 111 million to sort it all out. And I'm like, that's not small change for a country the size of Estonia.
Big money.
She obviously has this massive love for the building and she knows all the facts and statistics and everything, and she's really pushing to keep it and get it renovated and all of that. But I was there with a couple of friends and I just looked at them and went, but you can't have a venue that size that isn't being used every day. It's going to have to be converted into a multi-purpose event space because you can't just have theatre in there or one thing in there. It's too big. It's got to be a conference centre.
Yeah.
There are no venues that size that just hold one type of event these days. They've got to cover everything, otherwise you just can't make any money. Right. Especially if you've got to invest 111 million to get it back to working order.
Very true.
It is a heritage site, but it's not a World Heritage Site, it's an Estonian heritage site, so it's slightly less significant, but the Mayor of Tallinn at the moment wants to knock it down.
Okay.
All the locals are opposed to it, but that's because I don't think they understand finance.
Or what is actually there, that might be the other thing as well.
Yeah.
All right.
But yes, that was Tallinn Music Week. That was the bit I thought was significant for this podcast. It's a place well worth visiting. They do run a lot of tours there, but it's incredibly cold inside in the winter. It was going from outside, which was cold, to inside, which was more like a freezer. It's incredible how much it traps the cold. But there's also quite a lot of interesting Finnish features inside, like a lot of the door panelling's Finnish and various things like that. So for Finns, and for people who listen to this, there is a link. There is a large sort of Finnish connection to the place, yeah.
Hey, talking about multidisciplinary spaces, I was at Kulttuuritalo 3 weeks ago, a while ago, and saw esteemed physicist Brian Cox. He had a show. I went not knowing what I was going to see. I had, my husband arranged the ticket.
Oh, was this the one that he surprised you with?
Yes.
Okay, I would love to have been to that.
We came separately. I came with the public transport. He arrived with the car, and I got there first. The queue was like all the way down Storenkatu, almost to the one where the tram line is. No, maybe not that far. Next one, and it was full, sold out, like totally full. It was a good show.
How much did you understand?
A little bit, and when he started talking about like how small we are in comparison to the rest of the universe, I'm sitting there thinking, like, there's life out there, like there has to be life out there. It might not be life as we know it, but certainly, yeah, there's life out there. No, it was a good show, and like Kulttuuritalo, it has this quite intimate feeling. Even though it was full, it was quite nice. So Vola wants to have a chat.
I had a trip to KULT, which is the smaller venue under Kulttuuritalo.
Tell us about that.
I went to see a band called Kaleidobolt, who I've interviewed for my other podcast. They're like a heavy psychedelic prog band.
Yes.
But I've never been down to KULT, so for me it was as much about seeing the band as it was about seeing the venue for the first time. KULT is an all-standing 400 capacity venue. I didn't know it was so big. I thought it was going to be a sort of 150... Yeah, I thought it was going to be semi-final size.
Okay.
But it's very much like the little baby brother of the upstairs venue. It's still got all the wood panelling and a nice bar area and everything. The sound is fantastic.
Nice.
So, yeah, I went there to see that. There were 3 bands on. If you see that a band are going to play there that you're interested in seeing, I would recommend it because, honestly, the sound in there is almost perfect. The first band on were a psychedelic rock band, and they were out of this world. The second band on was a Finnish punk band whose lyrics were not particularly challenging to the ear, if I could understand them. You know, they were pretty simplistic.
In Finnish or in English?
In Finnish. In
Okay.
Finnish. They were called Satanen. Yeah, that kind of gives you an idea. I haven't been to a gig with a band wearing chaps for an awful long time. And the female guitarist wearing bottomless chaps and quite small underwear was certainly a sight to behold.
Okay.
I did actually post on Instagram, it's been a long time since chaps have been popular, and the band replied instantly with, they've never gone out of fashion, just people don't understand them.
That's probably quite true.
Definitely a venue worth checking out if you get the chance. So, yeah, that's another thing I've been up to. So, yes, tell us about your bridge. Your bridge.
Well, it's not my bridge, it's the bridge. So, I'll say it in English, the Crown Bridges, which will connect Hakaniemi as well as Kalasatama to the zoo, and then all the way out to here, Kruunuvuoren Ranta. The last bridge, the big one, will be opened to the public on the 18th of April.
This Saturday.
That's this Saturday, yes. Pedestrians can start walking from 2 o'clock, and then so that there's no traffic jam and people don't get injured, bicycles can start riding from 5 p.m. So there'll be a pedestrian parade and then a bicycle parade, which I think is a really good way to do it. I was at the opening of Baana. So when they opened Baana back in Helsinki Day 2012, they cut a ribbon, and because I was right at the front, I got a piece of the ribbon.
Ooh.
I just wonder if how big the ribbon is going to be, like how many people will get a piece of the ribbon. So yeah, that's happening this Saturday, and I really hope we can be there. And it's the culmination of, it's a multi-year, multi-million euro project. The Helsinki sign has already arrived. It's like the beginning of the bridge, so people will be able to, the Helsinki logo, the big metal one.
Surely people know it's in Helsinki by the time they get to that point.
You keep telling me about social media. This is just for the socials, that people can pose with the Helsinki sign and the bridge behind them. I'm guessing that's what it is anyway.
Well, then I think we'll have to do it.
We will, yes. We just have to, yeah. So keep an eye out for us.
Okay, that sounds like a plan. So my week is now fully planned and fully booked for the podcast.
Fantastic.
We'll be back, hopefully, if all goes to plan, with a normal exploration episode next week. And we are doing...
Takaturla.
Yes.
Area...
12.
12, thank you.
Yes, because we kept saying Itaturla in the previous one. I think I edited most of those out, but
okay.
Yes, we thought it was 13 and Itaturla until we checked, and we'd actually done that already.
Yeah, so Takaturla it is. So
yes.
If you have any hints, drop us a note where we should go.
But do it quick, because we're doing it soon.
You do it very quick.
And, of course, we'll be at the Coffee Festival this weekend.
We will, yes.
So anyone that is looking out for us there will be there on Friday, probably at the start of the day.
Yeah, for the awards.
Yes. All right, well, that's it for now. Thanks, Heather.
Thanks, Dan.